4-record process, Key, Addicted, Deconstruction, and Ghost, I worked with Peavey, and we did a custom Devin Townsend model 7-string Flying V that I think is available through mail order. I think you can get it in some shops, but it's a limited release. And Peavey has been incredibly generous and supported these 4 records in a way that I think without them, I don't know if I would have had the impetus to start. Chris Kelly, who was the A&R representative in America, was the one that originally came to me and said, you should stop producing, you should start making music, right? Again. So without Peavey, I doubt that I would be actually doing what I'm doing. And so all the guitars that I used for the recording, other than, a Strat here and there or whatever, have been Peavey guitars. And on the Buy a Thread DVD, you'll see the Flying V, which was kind of the one that we worked on as a signature model, but also a couple other guitars. And now that I'm finished with the 4 records, Peavey has graciously allowed me to use other guitars as well. And so I'm currently, for Epicloud, using, I use the one Flying V with Peavey. We made a white one that I'm very attached to. I think it's great. And that will always be my kind of Ziltoid guitar, is the Peavey Flying V. I'm working with Framus, and they've made me a selection of hollow body guitars, but I put EMG pickups in them. And EMG has done a sort of custom sort of signature set that we've still been working on, which is a passive and an active for a clean sound, and then my typical 81. And so Framus has made me a couple of beautiful semi-hollow body guitars with big speeds, but we put an 81 in it. It's like a nice kind of irony there. And the third company that I'm using now is a company out of New York called Sadowski, and they make me Telecasters, which is my favorite guitar. I love Telecasters. Beyond any guitar, Telecaster for me. In fact, my favorite guitar that I own is a single coil old Fender Telecaster. I'm cool with that. If someone said you only have one guitar, there's my guitar. But professionally, I like the idea of having a dependable guitar that's made just so exquisitely, right? And Sadowski has made me these Tellies that are just beautiful, right? And so between the Peavey, the Framus, and the Sadowskis, that's what I'm going to be using for probably the remainder of my career, to be honest. And I guess the only anomaly to that is for my birthday, the band and crew and a bunch of people that were close to me bought me a Gibson Les Paul custom. That I've always wanted one of those, right? So I dropped 81s into it, so I'm using that too. It was so touching, man. I was just like, oh my god, guys, it's wicked. I'm a guitar slut though, I love guitars, right? So, that's what was really cool about Peavey too, because at the end I was like, I can't with a straight face go out and tell people to never use a Strat for a Strat sound, because it's like if you're endorsing a product, if you're lying to people about it, it's like you're not doing yourself or the company any favors, right? If someone says, hey, I'm looking for a really cool heavy metal Flying V, I'll say, get that Devin Townsend Peavey V, it's awesome. But if someone says, hey, I'm looking for a Strat sound, I'm like, get a Strat. You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking for a Telly, get a Fender. I'm looking for a Telly that's a little different. I'm looking for a Telly that's maybe built with like a cut in the heel and like a different top, and I want the locking tuner. Get a Sadowski. So I definitely am at a point now where I'm endorsing what I think people would be interested in for those things. I use like the Axe Effects, which is incredible. However, at home, I've got a Fender Deluxe, and I would prefer nothing else other than a Fender Deluxe, a Telly, and a Tape Echo, right? So I use what I think is appropriate, and I'll definitely tell people about that. And it's very cool of Peavey, in my opinion, to allow me to tell people the truth about what I feel, and they're a part of that.